All right. Market is open. Market is open. Good day, everybody. Wow, this is bleeding already. Let's see if I can catch a play on this short right here off of ES maybe. Let's see here. So I like this SMT up here at the highs. We have news at 10 o'clock, so I want to be chill right now. I don't want to feel like I need to catch this short. But these charts are extremely bearish. As we've noticed the past, look at that. Wow. Pushing down into this bullish order block down in here. See what happens. But I want to know, can I get a play off of this short right here? We have this SMT. We got, what candle is 6:30 to 7. All right. And then you have 7 to 7:30 here. Bearish candle. And there goes your profile right there. This is where your selling pressure is stepping up at. Up, close, boom, pull back. Yeah, that was beautiful. You get the pre-market short here. 845 short. I would say just let this one close. There's so much more downside. You know what I mean? And we're probably gonna get another SMT play. Looking for some monster trades today. Monster trades today. When I look, like I say, side by side, very bearish move here. Pre-market. Let's see what 930 does. 930 doesn't even drive into that zone. No sweeps of any sort. So I'm chilling on the short right now. I'm hoping we get a later SMT profile where we can get the real move. Right now, I don't see much manipulation to the upside, right? The manipulation right now is to the downside. All right. See, 30-minute chart. We got this bullish fair value gap here. Yeah, it'll just be best to let these candles close. We had this 630 move here on NASDAQ. Boom, boom, boom. 655. Nice, nice. This is clean. We never retest this level here. 730. 730. I guess we did get a small retest. NASDAQ barely taps it. I mean, you could really just short this. That's sad, but you could really short this, but I feel like it's begging you to try to short it right now and you'll just be early. You know what I mean? We are stabbing into bullish territory right now. We sold off a lot yesterday. No retrace at all. All right, so let's see what happens here. But the areas of interest, right? Let's go ahead and do that. I want to start making sure that I cover all of my areas of interest and my bias, right? So that you guys can understand exactly what I'm looking for here. So we see this massive run higher, beautiful break, nice. Left these equal highs up here, all right? This sharp move lower is a sign that maybe price can rebalance. Anytime you see a sharp move, very simple, right? Every time I say that, it happens almost right away. Sharp move lower, expect a decent bounce higher. sharp move higher, expect a decent move lower. We got this sharp move lower. I'm expecting some sort of sharp move higher before price goes on to the next phase. So with that being said, on the hourly chart, I like this profile here where you have this down close candle, right? You see price offer this bullish move higher, and so far this is the swing point, right? I'm looking to anticipate that swing. So if price starts to respect here, I would love to see, that flip, okay? And then up here, we have this down close candle. Price already tried to push back through this level and it failed so far. So that's the next level. And then if you go to higher time frame, maybe like the 2 hour, there's a 2 hour gap. 30-minute chart, you have this 30-minute up close candle where price was bearish, attempted to go higher, slams lower. So this is a bearish, very bearish area, right? You got a lot of higher time frame confluence there. So for the market open, I want to see how price interacts here. And you can see this level down here already holding up. We have some SMT, beautiful, beautiful, and that's really nice. So what I'll do now is, let's see here. We have this 30-minute candle closing here. Let's zoom in on NASDAQ. This 30-minute closure from 9 to 9:30. If I look from 9 to 9:30 here, we have a bullish closure. We have this bearish candle here. All right. We push down beneath it, right? But now look, we're right back in that area. If we start breaking structure, that'll be a sign that price wants higher. Same thing over here. We got this bullish candle closure here. Make this green. Oh, sorry, no. So yeah, we have a couple areas in here. I love how price is just sweeping out those lows right now. You don't see much action underneath here. And from 9:30 here, yeah, this looks like it's gonna go higher. All right, so how I like to play this right now is we see this candle close at 9:30, push into it, break structure. We get that break of structure here. And then now we're tapping back into here. I would love to see price offer buys from here right now. I think I'm gonna try this. ES looks really good. I would want to see NASDAQ break structure here. We haven't broken any structure yet. Maybe let's check the bigger NQ. Yeah, so we haven't broken any structure yet. I want to see NASDAQ break structure as well. And I'll be looking to buy with SMT off of this lower zone here. Beautiful SMT off of this lower zone. We haven't even filled in this gap for ES. So how I would say I would look for this is something like this where, hold on 1 second. Something like this is what I'm anticipating, where NASDAQ gives you a drive into here, like so. Pushes higher to delay the move. Stabs into this zone here, or maybe this zone, right? Offers SMT and then sells off. And then you have ES over here failing to drive into this gap. So you get generated liquidity here. We push up higher to give that SMT, and then you slam lower. That would be what I would like to see. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we can make a new high here. I like this 1 minute down close candle as my area of interest for ES. You see how We drive lower, sweep, flip, brake structure, and then we have this down close candle here. You could even count this down close candle with the bigger body. Doesn't really matter. They're right next to each other. But I like how price drove into it once, showed you that resistance. Looks like it's gonna try to take off. We have news in 20 minutes. So how I want to play this is I want to wait for a clear break of structure over here as well. We get this drive lower. Just need to see this high taken out. And that'll confirm, all right, price is looking for higher. And then we can throw some indicators on the chart to get a look at where could price want to drive before going lower. Let's get some liquidity here. So we have pre-market highs, of course, on the table. Pre-market highs on the table. There goes NASDAQ about to make this new high. Yeah, I'm gonna try to long this. Let's see here. Pre-market highs, London high. Pre-market highs, London highs. We've already taken out those London lows. We got SMT off that London low. All right. Yeah, this looks clean. Mark this off. Nice. So I can get rid of all of that. Well, I'll just get rid of this. All right, yeah. Don't really need that either. Yes, still respecting this down close candle here. You see we drive into it again, more upside. I really want to buy it. It's just I'm waiting for this to break structure over here. And there it goes. You see how it's starting to reach for higher very, very clearly. We should get a pullback once we break a structure here. It's funny, we're teasing these highs, almost wasting time. But it'll break these highs if we're truly bullish. And like I mentioned, you want to be very careful up in this area here. We do have these equal highs. So maybe price ends up just sweeping it out one more time. But ideally, I'm looking for that shakeout and then go back lower. That would be the best play. So if we are to start going bullish, right, we push lower, push higher, push down. It looks like we take this internal high here. Where is that down close candle responsible for this move? You see right in here. This should be your support system. The price tries to run out of here. Yeah, we did. Boom, boom, boom. Put in a low here. We take that high. Yeah, I like that. Let's see here. Stop would be 60. Stop sitting at 60 points, 25, 360. price is it? 25, 360 entry with a 70-point stop. 4 micros. 4 times 2 is 8. That'll be $1,000 trade. And then you have 25. All right, here we go. 9:45. Driving back into this low. Let's take a look at the previous 30-minute closures here. So these are, especially got to buy ES tomorrow. I sit here and look at this. So yeah, we got that body price right there. Really nice break there. 1 hour. See if we break it here. Nice. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to trade ES here. I'm just waiting to see how price wants to play this. Are we going to sit here or what? Here, let me get ready for ES actually. Boom, boom, boom. $12-point stop. 8 micros. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm on 16. We get a nice closure back above this this blue line here. I will try that long. 12-point stop. Looking for a 1-to-1, something quick. 6.954. What does this look like on a 5-minute here? We have 9:30 closes, drives into it, breaks structure, pulls back. Yeah, this is beautiful. Trade-evade maintenance. You better not, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, kid. Trade-evade maintenance on the trade idea. There's no way that just happened, bro. Looks like integration at the moment. We're currently. What in the world, bro? Bro, there's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way. There really is an issue. Man, kid. Hmm. Is anyone else having trade-evade issues? Man, bro. Trade-evade is not working. Trade-evade is not working. What do I do here? I guess there's not much to do. Sit here and paper trade today. That's crazy, kid. That is actually crazy. 6953, 6954. Boom, 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 boom. That's mine. Stop. Mm-mm. All right, here we go. Looks like Tradeovate might have saved me a little bit, but I'm still looking to buy this as long as this holds up right here. I definitely would have been down 1K, but I would have made it back. Next trade almost guaranteed to be a banger now. And it just looks like Price is just refusing to do anything before news right now. And we did tap back into this. Oh my goodness. We tapped back into this original area of interest here and completely obliterates this structure. So this may not be bullish after all. See, what I was anticipating was another shake higher, but this is crazy. Beautiful rejection off of that. So let's see how this candle ends up closing. Oh yeah. And now the whole draw, the whole game plan is switching here. This is gonna be your high, and Price wants lower. Price definitely wants lower. It's tough. Like I'm looking at here, and I'm like, this hasn't been revisited on Nasdaq, right? So I'm thinking maybe we get a drive, but this 30-minute wick here looks like enough to satisfy this move lower. So yeah, this break right here just completely changes my bias. I was anticipating price to break through here because we've already retested it and Nasdaq hadn't. So I'm thinking, all right, we break through it, overextend a little bit, then go lower. But that's not the case here. I love how this level held up. And I'm going to delete everything over here and just wait for a bearish closure. We had this bullish candle here. Make that from 9 to 9:30. Nice, yeah. All right, yeah, 9 to 9:30. So as long as we can flip through here, there it is. Nice, nice. Mm-mm-mm. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, definitely like lower now. It's just fun. I hate when stuff like this. This is almost why it's almost just your best interest to either wait for 10 o'clock or wait for all of the news to be put on the table. Because at this point, it was as bearish as could be, and it just wanted to pretend to be bullish for a few minutes here. Retest this level, you get that break of structure. Nice. With that break of structure, you're looking for, there we go. You're looking for order blocks to work off of. And you're getting multiple levels of interest. That's one. That's two. And that's pretty clean if you ask me. I just hate that the short really was like, it was always short. You know what I mean? It gives you this bullish SMT at the low as if price was going to try and manipulate these highs. And it gave you the smallest push higher. Like, this is baby. That's how weak price is. If anything, that just tells me how weak price is right now. Expect a bloody Wednesday. $30-minute candle about to close. And we are seeing fabulous selling pressure. Beautiful, right? So here goes the lows. Now, see, this is the type of stuff that's like, are we going to put a bullish SMT in here and try to go higher? You know what I mean? Or are we just going to leech lower and lower and lower? We just saw the same exact move. NASDAQ was taking out this low, remember? And we were like, oh, that's a bullish SMT. It could probably go higher. Wrong. Few minutes go by, that entire bullish SMT is destroyed. So I'm going to stick with the shorts until I see something very bullish. All right. That's that. Flip back over here to this 5-minute chart. And let's get ready. Maybe Tradeovate will come back to life just in time for a trade. I know Top Step is having a blast with the Tradeovate issues. They're like, yeah, we're not the only one. Yeah, see, this is trash, kid. This is trash, kid. It didn't even want to try to give us a chance. You had to essentially short this because like even if I even let's say I was bearish, right? It would have been something I wanted to see. I wanted to see price flip through. So let's go back over here, right? 5 minute chart. I would have wanted to see price offer a flip through here. 9:30 is when it closes. So at 10 a.m., I'm looking for price to pull back into one of these. This is your bearish range here, 9:30 to 10. That's where all the bearish pressure stepped up, right? When I zoom into here, I want to see price offer at least a pullback into this up close candle. All right, that's what I was looking for. That's what I would be looking for, I should say. Yeah, 9:30 to 10. Beautiful bearish pressure steps in. But we don't get that pullback over here. I would have loved to see price pull back into this zone here. Look at where price shorts from. This is almost enticing to where like maybe I should be on the charts at 8 a.m. looking for trades, but it'll be all right. I think we'll catch another move here shortly because we left this gap unmitigated. So this area of interest right here, even this wick, I guess. I must include the wick here. So this entire 935 candle, that's my bearish area, similar to this up here where I had this 710 candle as my bearish profile. Same thing here. I'm looking for price to drive back into here and give me a short opportunity. All right. Let's see. Yeah, kid. Let's see if we get that retest, man. We got some news on the table. ISM services PMI comes back at the expectations. So, oh, bro, that's why. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's why 8 a.m. was pretty solid. There was news this morning at 8 a.m. Okay, that explains why that structure held up. We had news at 8:15, and look at where the sell pressure stepped up from that same area. Nice. So bearish candle up here starts to move. Let's see if we can continue this move for the rest of the New York session like we've been doing lately. And what I want to see is a simple pullback, break a structure, short. That's it. NASDAQ is the weaker one today, so I should be looking to play the shorts on NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in on NASDAQ here. We are pushing into this zone here, but we got a decent closure through it. 9 to 9:30, area of interest. Excellent. Boom, boom. Just looking for a push. Boom, 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 boom. Something like that. And And then if I'm looking at this, right, you'll see this closing price right here could be a problem as well for buyers. Price could slam off that closing price and never break it. So I love that we have 10 a.m. below here, so we can almost guarantee we're gonna reach back up in here. Maybe we just offer some accumulation down underneath 10 a.m. for that power of three. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe kill some of these levels there. Nice. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Maybe add an outline to here, soft outline. There we go. All right, here goes that push back above 10 a.m. Let me do it like this, yeah. Previous daily low, 930 up above. All right, cool. So we know which levels have to break for us to be bullish, right? You can see very clearly where the roadblocks are for the buyers, right? These are bearish. Maybe I can make them red or black, just because yellow just doesn't really fit. So what I'll do is make these black in the bearish. I don't even need that, but yeah, those are fine. There we go. Looks clean to me. Let's find out what's on the table here. Boom, 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 boom. Man, this is trash, bro. Like, oh, it just filled me in. My account is working. Tradeovate is working, guys. And I might get some free cash flow here. I'll take the $50. Tradeovate is back. Haha. All right, right on time. Let's catch a banger here, man. Let's catch a banger. Let's dedicate all of our energy and catch a phenomenal trade. So let's just break down real quick from the top what I'm looking at here. We have this beautiful bearish engulfing. You guys know me. If we're bearish, we're closing bearish. I need to zoom down into this 30-minute candle and find that bearish structure, find the heartbeat of this bearish candle, and here it is. You don't want to be shorting it unless we can retest this level here. All right, and then ES, same thing over here. Red. And then we have another bearish area of interest in here. So we should be pushing, 935, boom, 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 yeah. Yeah, we should be pushing back into this area. And I'm looking for breaks in structure. Once price returns into that zone, it'll be the most obvious short, right? And that's what I'm going for every single day. I want the most obvious continuation trades. And when I say obvious, I mean clear higher time frame bias, clear retracement after a break, right? We get the break first, and then you get the clear retracement. After the retracement, you see a clear market structure shift. and from there take the trade. Mm. All right, there goes ES driving back into that zone here. Let's see. Let's see. You're gonna want to short the Nasdaq, of course. So yeah, be ready for that. Already showing some pressure. Price stabbing into that zone for ES here. Nasdaq, come on. I mean, it's possible that we see something similar to what happened here. Remember, this sell signal was given with ES being the only one to tap into it. So what happened, right? Let's go and look at it. Wait for this candle to close at 7 by 7:30. You should see price starting to break lower, give you an area of interest. We get that area of interest, push into it. This is really your first sell signal right here. The first 5-minute slam off of this yellow zone, it was telling you already it was bearish, right? And then you get a retest, more rejection, then you get another retest, more rejection. So I could use ES here for my Q, right? So if I'm looking at this, 7:30 on NASDAQ was the entry opportunity. You want to short the weaker one, but you're using the stronger one in this scenario to give you your entry signal. Here you get this slam lower here at 7:35 as well. So you get the sell signal here. You could short NASDAQ based on the retest of the POI on ES. So now I want to know, and then actually, I guess we barely tapped that zone. Yeah, you see it here. If you zoom in, I think we're going to short this guy like very soon here. But you see here, if you look at the bottom of this wick, we did drive into it on NASDAQ as well. So it looks very similar to what's happening right now. Let's see if we can get NASDAQ to just drive into it a little bit more. Yeah. So far, NASDAQ has not tapped into this zone yet. And we're starting to see some hesitation here on ES, a nice doji type reaction. I would love to see price just close bullish and not give me a sell signal. I could use a 5-minute sell signal, or I could zoom down and look for a 1-minute confirmation inside of that. So if I were to zoom down into these candles up here, let's see what it looks like. You'll get that break and retest algorithm where the 5-minute, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. I'm looking for price to pull back to this order block and then give me rejection from here. All right, there goes your rejection. Where's the break of structure? There goes your break of structure. And then now I need an order block to work off of. This is where I would be looking to enter. It takes a little longer on the 1 minute. This is where you'd be looking to enter. Any rejection off of here, shorts. Or you could have done it very, very easy and went to the 5-minute and saw the large down close candles after driving into this area and just short it there. You know what I mean? So goes both ways. But here we are, man. I'm gonna watch the 5-minute. It's a lot cleaner on that 5-minute. What chart was I working on? Why is that still on there? All right, Maybe I just have to take it off. I have a sell signal over here. I think it was this one. Yeah, this one looks the cleanest. But no, that's not it. Whichever one has the arrows on NASDAQ too. Yeah, this is it right here. So boom, boom. We're in that zone now. Let's go 5 minute. Beautiful, in that zone. This is too bright. Beautiful. We got a nice doji closure on that 5 minute. Let's see if we can get one more drive up into this area here. It's 10:16. The 30-minute candle. Let me actually turn on this so I don't have to keep flipping time frames. I can throw that all right, here we go. So the 30-minute candle is starting to push into this bearish candle, right? So essentially how you want to be trading every single market session is just let price show you where it wants to go and then play the retest game, right? You know what I mean? So we see price is bearish. I'm looking for price to retest anything inside of this bearish closure and start working its way back lower. And so far, this is starting to look like it wants to go lower, right? We have the area highlighted. Price is easing into it and quickly getting out of it. You know what I mean? But we still have 2 minutes left in this candle. You don't want to get caught in a wick, right? But I can put my stop up above this massive candle because price can still be bearish all the way up at this level, right? You want to make sure you're not just going to cover this stop because price could sweep you out and still be very bearish. All right. And then on a lower time frame, what's in this area? We have a beautiful break structure here, and then you have these order block. Yeah, look at this order block. This is causing it right here. Anytime you have a break of structure, you can look and see where price tries to go back higher and fails. And that's your first area of interest right there for shorts. You know what I mean? So nice rejection off of that. I'm watching this blue line here because this is the opening price for that 30-minute candle that we're working on right now. So if price starts to get underneath here, that's telling me, all right, we opened, pushed up into something bearish, and now we're flipping this level here. So it's like, all right, if I want to short this, now should be the time to do it, where everything is aligned. We've seen the higher time frame signal. We see the lower time frame pushing into that same higher time frame area, and you're just looking for rejection off of this. And that's the game you play. ES still hasn't broken that level, so we're chilling. We're still watching the 5 minute as well. We're chilling. Boom, boom, boom. I like this 1 minute zone here. And if this one fails, like if you get like that ping pong where it's like we try to sell off from here, fail because of this level, push to the next level, and then break structure, that's all I'm looking for. I'm not bullish at all right now. I'm just patient right now, patiently waiting for a short. Cool. This is clean. Like I don't see much else to go off of right now, and that's what makes it clean, right? There's no contradicting ideas. It's 100% bearish right now, and the only thing that will make this bullish is if we start flipping this bearish zone. We start getting comfortable above here, then I'm like, yeah, nah, prices, that's not the type of short I want to see. So naturally, I'll start looking for a buy. But then what'll happen is you'll see, let me zoom in on NASDAQ. NASDAQ looks clean. We're actually in that zone. So like if I go up here, I want to know how did that 1 minute profile look over here where, yeah, it was right here. No, that was the reaction, right? So here you see this break of structure. Price doesn't even trade back into the order block. You would have wanted to see this get hit. You get this break of structure, accumulate, break. I would have loved to see price get back up in this area, which it didn't. However, what did it do later on ES? It comes back to this area multiple times on ES. So it's like, we already know, these two, they work together to get the same job accomplished, to keep each other covered. You know what I mean? Like, it helps add to the mystery of trading when you're like, someone like me, you're like, man, why didn't we retest here? It's because ES did it for you. ES retested the order block spot on, right? If I go and zoom down, same type of reaction I'm looking for. Break a structure. Where's that order block? There it is. You even have this bullish candle here, the bullish attempt, right? When you see a break of structure, your eyes should go right to the area where price tried its best to go opposite. Price did its best to go opposite here. This is your order block. This is where price decided it was no longer bullish. And look at how this holds up, right? This is where I want my shorts from. I need that profile. And then now when I zoom down, I'm like, all right, just give me something to work with here. We're tapping into this order block. I'm seeing the rejection. Beautiful. You could be wrong. Like, you could be wrong when you're shorting it down here. I understand that. But that's why I want to have a safe stop loss, safe as possible. Because if price were to like pull up to the next order block, which it shouldn't, right? It should be just like this one, where price pulls into it, shows you it doesn't want to be bullish, and it should continue on its way. But you never, you never know with price, right? It could literally decide to hang out in this area all morning, or whatever the case may be, right? So that's why I honestly think a lot of trading has to do with your luck and your timing. A trader may start trading January, catch beautiful setups without, like, lately these setups have been running away. Like, they've been beautiful. You get like 7 RR if you just hold your positions, you know what I mean? But that's not always the case. Like, so the trades that someone may catch now, you can consider it lucky, because as the year goes on, those trades will not be as common. You'll be lucky to catch one of those as the year goes on. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Order flow here, right? You see why price isn't going lower. You're no longer guessing, you know what I mean? You sit here, you can see exactly what's going on in the 30-minute chart. Give credit to the 30-minute chart, right? 30-minute chart is looking out for us right now. It's giving us a chance. It's giving us an edge in these crazy markets. And then remember this level here, right? Look at how it behaved on NASDAQ. Beautiful resistance. We got above it. This was the last attempt to get bullish. Slams lower, and this blue line becomes a factor. So if we want to trade back up into this blue line, I want to see similar rejection, and then the shorts will be self-explanatory. And we might actually trade up into it, because the last time we gave a sell, it didn't even give much of a retest at all. So maybe this time we get some manipulation in this zone before the shorts. You know what I mean? So I love that price is trading higher. I love that we have not taken a short yet. And I'm looking for the perfect strike zone. 5-minute chart. Let me do this. Yeah, 5-minute chart. How are we looking over here? Hide these indicators. .30-minute chart. So look at how strong this candle is gonna close here. Let me do this as well here. So this bearish candle, the bearish candle that we're watching here, you want to see this, you want to monitor this opening price. This will start to become resistance at some point if we're truly bearish. Price can get above it as much as it wants, right? Similar to what you see here, right? If you see this down close candle, right? And you're trying to play shorts off this down close candle, you can mark off this open price and say, hey, anything above here, I want to see fail. What happens? We get above it. You get pretty far above it. And then what happens? It collapses right back underneath it. Short. Same thing here. Look at it. We're collapsing now. It's time to get ready. Okay, it's not that. It's funny. That can't. You would have thought that 1 minute candle was way bigger based on that wick, but so we have the luxury to just wait for a break of structure, because now we're actually putting in a nice run. You get this pullback, you get a nice run higher. We're taking out highs. So now we can look at this as a market structure shift. We break this low. Now you're like, uh-oh. We get that high, low, high, break. That's the ICT favorite breaker. High, low, high, break, breaker. Retest, entry. And today, like, I'm tempted today to, like, I don't know. I don't like holding trades long. I'd rather go bigger on my risk. That's just my personality. Maybe I should change that. I don't know. I think maybe if this year doesn't give me the numbers I want to see, profit and returns and all that, I will definitely reevaluate my risk profile, right? Because I could go smaller risk and just target big trades all the time. 3R, 4R trades. You know, your losses will be smaller and your wins will be massive. So that definitely could check off some boxes. However, I like precision, right? My strategy is built on that. So when I'm precise, I need to I think if I'm like similar to the shorts yesterday, if I size in a little bit bigger on the ones that I really, really like and stop sizing on every single setup, right? So what I've done is, if you notice, right? So instead of working off the 10-minute chart, I'm working off of 30-minute down to the 5. And then once the 5-minute is showing me it's ready, the 1 minute should match up perfectly. And then I can just short that, right? I think that's as precise as I'm gonna get. So now I can start going eval crazy here. I'm gonna go on an eval run here where I'm just buying evals, and I am $1,000 per trade basically. I'm not going full port it, but I'm doing essentially 2 attempts, right? 2, if I fail, it's because I lost 2 trades in a row. I'm banking on the fact that with this precision, I should win 3 trades before I lose 2 in a row. I should go up 3 trades before I lose 2 in a row. All right, so here we are driving back into bearish territory. And as I mentioned, right, we are going to be bearish. This is that higher time frame zone here. So I can delete this here. We know we're in bearish territory. Got that 1 minute order block there. Look at, we reached back into that upper 1 minute order block on ES. So it's like, I think the shorts can start to prepare. We do have natural gas news, or I'm sorry, crude oil inventory at 10:30. So right now, this 30-minute candle could open higher or lower. We'll see, but maybe price was just waiting on those inventories. Here we go. Let's see if we get some bearish pressure with a 5-minute strong close. Nice. So notice no breaks in structure on the 1 minute yet. We still need to break this low. So we're chilling. But you see the pressure, right? You see all the bearish pressure just stepping in. Casually just stepping in. No hesitation. We hit the top of this order block, sell off. We stab into that upper order block here, sell off. We have this low over here on ES. All right. And looks like we're going straight for it, kid. And like I mentioned, right, it should be simultaneous. You'll see a nice 5-minute closure as well. And that'll open the door for me. All I'm looking for is the same thing I'm doing on the higher time frame, right? If I see bearish pressure, it's all about your entry price. So if I can get a good entry, for example, if price can simply pull back into this 5-minute candle and reject again, I get a better entry than just shorting it. You know, if I shorted it down here because it closes down here, then now it's like, I'd rather get an entry up here, but oh my goodness. It'll pull back. It'll pull back. And this is the game I have to play, right? This is the game. I have to play the pullback game because it's so precise that you're ruining the strategy if you're shorting down here. You're ruining it. You need to be shorting near the order blocks that are offered inside of this leg, right? So that's where my precision has been altered. Instead of normally, like a lot of times, I know you guys remember last year, not as much this year, right? But last year I would always enter and bottom ticket, like meaning as soon as I get in, price literally goes all the way up and I'm dealing with all this drawdown all the time when I could have took the same trade idea up here, right? If I would have just waited for price to pull back. I'm not changing my bias. I'm officially bearish. I get an entry here, right? And then what do you know? Price ends up going to the low, which would be like a 2RR. But if I shorted it right here, right? Let's say I shorted it here, it gets to the low and I'm targeting a little bit further. There's times where price will take out this low and go way the other way. And I'm like, see, I just ruined a good trade by not getting in at the proper levels. Right? Let the ones that don't want to pull back, just let those go. I've officially accepted that. Which it just takes data, right? Like last year was my first year in my system where I'm like trading every day and passing combines, getting payouts. Last year was my first year pretty much showing that consistency for a full year. So now going into this year, it's the same approach, right? And then maybe take off December. Like I may not even trade. The goal is not to trade December this year. The goal is to make ends meet well before December, go up a decent amount of profit, and never trade in December this year. That's the goal. Take a vacation from trading. Take a full month off. You can practice. You can paper trade. I may stream and paper trade, but actually, yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. Just stream a couple times a week, paper trade, just so you're not, disappearing. But definitely take a major step back in December is the goal, to preserve your capital. Really nice, really nice. So what do you guys notice, right? No pullbacks yet. ES, no pullback, but it doesn't really matter yet because look at the clock. It's only 10:37. If price wants to run away right now, chances are something's off. It's going to hit something down here and then we're going to start breaking the opposite way, ideally, right? For me, all I want to know is, can we rebalance this 5-minute candle? And we're probably going to get a 5-minute gap here, push into it, maybe even manipulate the high. But the pullback is the moneymaker. And then that's why I'm excited for February. January was solid for me. January got me a few accounts. Now all I need is a clean February to be on pace with what I would like to be doing. It's so funny to me that it does this so often, right? That's why I felt like I was I was falling victim to just like bad entry prices, because it'll do stuff like this. It'll really pretend like it's just gonna keep going, and then look, massive wick. Next thing you know, we're right back in this candle, and we have a couple more order blocks to work off of. You see what an order block really is? An order block is your indication that price tried to go higher in this scenario, right? It's your indication that price attempted to go higher and failed miserably, right? It's almost like this is your indication of where you should be looking for your sales. It's almost like the banks are, I don't know. I don't know. It's to the point like the reason I got into trading is when I started to learn about how these institutions, how much money these people like Warren Buffett and all those guys are making from investing. And I'm like, that proves to you that if you have the proper edge, if your edge is legit, you can milk these markets for years and years and years, right? So that's what got my interest into trading. And part of me, like legit, part of me would say, I'm gonna short this here. Hold on. We get a nice closure here. I'm gonna short it. But maybe a closure back up under this blue line. Yeah. This range is volatile. Oh my goodness. We got this order block here. And like I said, I'm looking for precise moves. Where are we? Well, ES hasn't taken out anything. So if at least ES to this low here, that's my alert. At my alert, hold your trades until ES hits this low. Similar to the bias from yesterday. And boom, boom, boom. Draw. But I was under the impression, I'm like, bro, watch these banks like all be using the same type of system, and there's indicators in the chart past in the price action. There's indicators that if you have the proper edge, you can see exactly where you want to be positioning yourself. And that's why they make so much money. Like they're not making like millions. They're making hundreds and hundreds of millions. Right? And it's just consistent. It's not even like they're not fearful at all. Like imagine how much confidence and experience you have to be placing $50 million trades and holding them for 200 million, 300 million. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you got us over here. Can't even hold a $500 trade without getting nervous. Here we go. Nice. So what do you guys notice, right? We get back above here. Actually, let me go look at 1030. Let me go. This is a big part of it, right? We have this fair value gap up above. So that's liquidity. Yeah, now we're playing the game, right? You see how you can really see what price is up to. We have that liquidity there. Save that. And now if price wanted to sweep up above here, that doesn't make me bullish. However, looking at this, you'll see that as long as we're holding this 30-minute open level here, I want to know what are we trading into from 10 o'clock to 10:30. There it is right here. Boom. So you'll see that this down close candle is we try to go lower, we push higher, right? So the life of this candle is literally this. It's only this 5-minute candle. This entire 30-minute candle was built. We got a nice closure. but it literally was only bullish for 5 minutes. It's crazy, right? So that tells you, it's almost letting you know this candle's not that strong. You should be looking for rejection, and look at where we reject, right? You have this blue line here, which is the opposite side of this 30-minute candle, right? It's just on a 5-minute chart. All right, yeah, I'm gonna short this. Let's get a closure back above here, back below here, and I'm short. Closure back under this blue line here. Give me the short. My goodness, bro. I might have to trade ES. That stop is massive. Yeah, I can get like a 15, 20 point stop. Yeah, I have to short ES. And that's just being cautious of my risk. No closure below there anyway. And the catch is going to be NASDAQ just is way more weak compared to ES. So I really don't want to be trading ES, bro. Screw that. Because you're asking to get stopped out on some stupidity. Like, look at how many times ES broke structure up in here before going lower, while NASDAQ was way down here. ES was so far behind. I do not want to sign up for that. That will happen to you. So I have to trade NASDAQ here. I'm just going to try and get a precise stop, bro, and take it. If I get stopped on the first one, just know I was trying to be precise. So the next time I see an entry, I can use that same precision and I should catch an even bigger trade. Because the bias is locked in. We're bearish, kid. And we see over here, like I mentioned, let's go to the 30-minute, the heartbeat of this candle here. Let me draw this up before I miss this. Let me draw this up. We start closing under here. I'm hip for short. 90 points, bro. Oh my goodness. Well, how far is this low? This low is 80 points. So I have to go at least 80 points. Simply because if price takes this low and starts acting weird, I don't want to be in that short. Let me go look also at one more thing here. What do we have underneath us? Oh, okay. I like this low. We already take out here. Yeah, I like these two lows here, kid. Those will be my draws for NASDAQ. Yeah, so I'm gonna go precise, and I'm gonna go big target here. Big target here with clean precision. I can go 90 points here on the NASDAQ, cover this internal high. 90 points would be 3 micros. I'm gonna double up. I'm gonna go, instead of 3, I'll go 5. Maybe add like 5 more points. That's as precise as it's gonna get, man. Come on, don't run. Oh, it's trying to run, kid. Oh no. Oh no, buddy. All right. We got to get back underneath this low anyway on ES. It's crazy. I may have to short ES for real, man. That was the fastest move you could have asked for. I'm just looking for a closure underneath the blue line. Look at how much pressure we get here. Let me just put an order here, actually. We get back up to here. I'm short. 90 point stop. 25, 185. Yeah, I'm about to get filled shortly here. Yeah, let me actually execute this. Oh, there we go. I'm filled. Wait, give me in. I'm gonna sell that there. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna sell that there. I'm selling that there. And I am filled at, what time is it? 10:47. Limit. Stop. 25, 188. I'm short. My first attempt on the shorts here. Let's see if we can get some strong pressure lower. This volume is wow, bro. These ranges are massive. If you agree with the short idea, go ahead, like the stream. Let's give this short some power. Let's give the short some power here and see how this plays out. We're underneath this level here. I like the pressure we got from this order block. All right. I love the speed we saw pushing down. 5-minute chart offering a nice rejection from the beginning, right? I already mentioned I love that we gave this sell signal here. So strategy is going to tell me to short this every time. So good job trading the model. And on top of that, I just wanted a good fill. Price retraced, gave you the drawdown, maintained this level. So now I want to see that delivery with a good entry price. Good job on my part. Now the market has to do its part and deliver to these lows here. 1.5 R. Let's see, how much am I targeting? Let's go do this. So here my TP should be, yeah, I'll take that. I'll probably take partials at 1,000. Yeah, take partials at 1,000. Yeah. And that was going to be 25.88. Yeah, 25.88. Take partials there. All right, so here goes a new 30-minute candle. I'm debating if I want to just wait for this new 30-minute candle to pull back or what. But it's tough because the new 30-minute candle could open extremely bearish, or it could just open and push into these. Let me see. Okay, so these are the 1-minute zones in here. We have, yeah, it could push back into these zones right here. Should pop up. There they go. So it could push back into this red zone here and still be 100% bearish, right? All the way up to this high. So if I pull these to the side, there's one more here. So all of that right there has been mitigated, right? We've already seen the reaction we wanted to see from those levels. We're creating this new level now, and it looks like price is, let's see if we maintain the bottom half of it, but it looks like price just wants to use these up close candles now to go lower. The catch is we just opened a new 30-minute candle. So if the new 30-minute candle wants to be violent, it could literally just push up, sweep these highs, and still be 100% bearish. That's a possibility, right? So with that on the table, I'm gonna watch this trade, and I'm looking for speed right now. If I see price continue to reject this level here, this blue line, you see there's a wick here earlier. There's another wick right here. I want to see price show strength through it, because if we start wicking this area, what happens? Price bounces. We wick this area, bounce. Wick this area, bounce. If price is gonna bounce, I don't want to be in this. I want to see price offer some sort of speed lower. Otherwise, I'm gonna get out early and probably get a better entry up at the highs, right? As always, though, we're cheering for the shorts right now. Good move, but we need to see that meltdown that's been happening. I want to catch one of those. The market has been running lately. If you're on the right side, you're catching 200, 300 points in no time. There it is. There we go. So I'm gonna start securing some profits here and moving to break even. Let's actually, you know what? You know what? Let's check on ES before we even bother this trade, because ES needs to take out these lows as well. I don't want to see a pullback. So I'm gonna actually I'm okay with $1,000 today. That's 1/3 of the challenge on the table already. We're just looking to make 3K this within a week. I don't like to get too greedy on these, because you can make one mistake and blow these accounts. So especially when you go high leverage like I am right now, I want to secure 1,000 to 1,500 bucks per day. And right now this is 104 points. Oh my goodness, yeah. I just need to, I think I'm gonna lock this in, guys. Giving it a chance to run, because ES still needs to take this low. There we go, come on. Just knock it out for me. If not, all right, I'm gonna put a hard stop in now. I gave it a few chances here. Buy stop. Gonna put a hard stop in here now. All right, yeah, I'm out of here. Hard stop, trailing stop, and gonna get trailed out here. Come on, just dump right now. All right, I'm gonna get trailed out around 1,000 there. 104 points. Secure parcel. And that's gonna go down as 1.1 R. There goes. Look at the speed. Secure partials. Great trade. Remove that limit order. If it does end up hitting this low, that's gonna be something I have to do better at. But like I said, I'm not how I play the eval, aggressive risk, right? But I'm only looking to make 1,000 to 1,500 max per day. And that keeps it casual, right? I'm not sitting here gambling. I'm giving myself 2 clean opportunities because these markets are moving pretty fast. I can start securing my position very fast here. We had 100-point move. I'd be a fool to think that that's not enough. That's more than enough for today. And then after the eval is passed, same thing applies to fund it, right? You just, even if this goes another 400 points, you have a target that you want to hit for the day and you lock that in. And then anything on top of that is a bonus. But your goal, your target as a trader is to be profitable. Bring in profits consistently. Don't give back profits, right? That's rule number 1. I don't want to give back anything that was given, trying to hope for more. You know what I mean? That's tough to deal with. But there you have it. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to wrap the stream up here. And as I mentioned, drop a like. Looks like you guys dropped a few likes, and that was enough to charge up NASDAQ for us. Beautiful short. All right. And now I will screenshot this, drop it in the chat. And that'll do it for today. All right, remove drawings. Entry price, 25. All right, there we go. Cool. Entry price was 25,185, right? Beautiful entry, kid. Was that my entry? Hold on. That was my entry. Oh my goodness. Beautiful short. Beautiful short. And if this runs, I would say it's gonna be because ES wants to take this low as well. ES is just playing catch up today. So that would be ideal, right? So like, let's say you come back to the charts 20 minutes from now and price still hasn't taken this low. I wouldn't even think about buying it. Just wait for price to manipulate something up in here, right? That's the only reason it would have returned back up to this level, is to manipulate. Once that manipulation is over, you try your short. Same draw on liquidity. It's only 11 o'clock, right? That's why I say that. Either we're going to take this low by like 11:30, 12 o'clock, or price is going to hang in here, manipulate before going lower. Yeah. So VIP, one second. I'm trying to manage VIP right now. If you're not me, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you should be doing. Personally, I can have a plan where I'm like, I wanna hold my NASDAQ trade. Like I said, I wanna hold it until ES takes this low, right? That was the game plan. But once $1,000 is on the table, me personally, I secure that understanding that if it did pull back, I wouldn't feel any type of way. I hate the way it feels to be up a good amount and then let it pull all the way back, even if it ends up going back to TP. I just don't like that, right? So lock in that VIP. You just hit full TP for 1.3. Good job, VIP. Full TP hit on VIP, which was 130 points, 95 for 120 plus points there. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna drop this in the chat. Um, Tomorrow, as I mentioned, has a lot. Wait, it's only Wednesday. I don't know why I thought today was Thursday. But yeah, so Thursday has some good red folder. Friday, same thing. So we'll be right back on the charts tomorrow, 9:25, 9:30, market open. And we'll see what we can catch there. But yeah, good example. Great, great execution. Let's see if we can catch some more of these and start this run here. Like January, like I said, was a really, really good warm up for me. I saw exactly what I wanted to see, made some adjustments to my entries because when I take a loss, it's usually because I got in chasing price and it'll stop me out and continue. But better entries, same bias. Let's see what tomorrow has for us. You guys take care. Have a blessed rest of your day. I'm out.